I'm at 86%. Also, I have a D minus though. Like 384 ego points. Some of those I know. I think I should at least have 400, but technically I shouldn't have that because I didn't get that. But yeah. I mean, I think we went from 60% to 80% last time. So if my math is correct, we might wrap this up. But man, we didn't really. I mean, I guess we maybe we'll get the rest of the timelines today. What is incense burn? I'm just checking these trophies. Oh, you don't even get to know what it is. I don't know. I missed some trophies. Cause I don't know. I got most of the trophies too. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, let's go. Alright, I gotta go to, what's his face? What's that thing? Scotland Yard. When I was like, I used to read about Jack the Ripper, like, all the time. I have a bunch of Jack the Ripper books, but anyways, like, I always thought Scotland Yard, because this was when I was younger, was a person. But I think that's what they call their, like, police, detective agency or whatever. Okay, do I need to take I guess I'd take the car there, I don't walk. Let's go.
To Scotland Yard, please.
There's a place? Like, I should just Google what Scotland Yard actually is. Oh, we were just straight interrogating him. Alright, just like that. I mean, I suppose the goal is to get him to confess, because, like, what people don't realize, I don't know how it works in the UK or whatever, but, like, you can have all the evidence, but still sometimes that's not enough. Like, you need an actual confession is, like, that's gold. Let me check him out.
This man is not in good shape.
I mean, you can convict without a confession, but it helps to have one. Alright, he's not good. He's rocking back and forth. Lowered eyes. Shaking hands. Huh? Yeah. Crumpled jacket with a crumpled clothes is the dead giveaway, I guess.
He is worried and very tired. And other police have been hard on him.
Oh, are they shaking him up? Getting the beat down? Not supposed to do that.
What do you want from me?
Oh gosh, ask if he knows who's speaking to him. I don't think he cares about that. Present yourself, ask who he is. I'm just introduce myself.
Good day, Mr. Cust. I am Hercule Poirot.
Ah, you're the detective.
Alright, talk about the letters, ask why he sent the letters. He's detached. He probably will talk to me freely.
Why did you send me a letter before each crime?
Why all these questions? When are you going to stop pestering me?
How do you go from detached to angry so fast? Acknowledge his innocence? Get him to admit that he has forgotten? Oh, that's right. I think he has like memory lapse also. I actually have no idea. No. He's.
Maybe you forgot that you wrote these letters.
Yes, it's true. Sometimes I forget. Maybe I did type them.
Because he doesn't seem like he's like a. No, I failed. Okay, he doesn't seem like a super organized killer, but he's not quite a disorganized killer. Ask if he's capable of killing. Accuse him of being a killer. Admit that you do not believe he is a murderer. Does he want to get away with it? He had all the phone books in his room. That's not quite hiding. Ah, God, this is so tough. I feel like I'm just going to fail this. Okay, what would I really do? Admit that you do not believe he is a murderer. I can't catch a vibe. That's why I'm having, like, okay, wait. I gotta probably listen to him better.
Are you capable of murder, Mr. Cust?
All these questions are giving me a headache.
Okay, he's confused. Yeah, it is kind of like LA Noire. You have to, like, read people and stuff. But not as, intense. I forgot he has a medical condition. And he's confused. I'll offer him some water. Do I have water to offer him? Oh, I'll give him his laudanum. Wait, what's the other one I got? I don't want to give him the wrong one. What's this? Sedative. What if I give him the sedative?
I know this medicine. It is a power.
I might give him that. Let's give him the laudanum. Though I don't recommend this either. My man, I got you.
Take this. It will help you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, now I'm on his good side. Take it! Coughing all up a storm.
Oh, good God, my shirt is covered in blood again.
Bon. I now know where the bloodstains Mrs. Marbury saw came from.
Yeah,
Are you well enough to speak?
He's been coughing up blood.
Yes, I feel much better.
Alright, let's try to get that. Let me try to really focus. Let me get this answer out of him. I'll ask him again if he's capable of killing. Yeah, I am.
Are you capable of murder, Mr. Cust?
All these questions are giving me a headache.
Oh, he says the same thing? Insist on the fact that he enjoyed the war. Get him to talk about the army. I mean, I guess I'm supposed to actually be confident if I know, like, if like I did my own research. Is that like what? I'm gonna try that. Okay.
You enjoyed the war, Cust. Admit it.
I didn't want to be discharged.
Okay. Accuse him of Dr. Clark's murder. Accuse him of the 3 murders. Get him to believe he's innocent. Nah. God, accuse him of the 3 murders? I should start with the doctor? Oh, dude, I don't even know.
And to thank him, you murdered him?
Stop talking about these murders.
Okay, no, we shouldn't talk about the murders. Well, I'm the worst detective ever. Ask him if he acknowledges going to the 3 towns. Say that witnesses saw him in the 3 towns. I think they only saw him in 1.
Do you deny being at the scene of the crimes?
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot. But not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains.
Bruh.
But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions about the towns I had to visit.
Why would they pop that up there when he's talking? I'm trying to pay attention.
Let's see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
The company sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards.
How did I get ego points for nothing? I didn't do anything. Okay, so it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself. It proves that you wrote them.
So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
I don't remember.
But I can't tell if he's messing with
me. Good God!
Or if he really
I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
Bruh, I feel like he's a faker, though. Okay, his head hurts. I want a trophy. I feel like I don't deserve it. Like, whatever. What else do I got? What is this? Oh, can I show him? Can I show him, like, hey, look at this. You did this, man. No? I don't need to give him a sedative. Maybe I should look at this. A question Cust. Yeah. And then I got some new. Okay, he lives at blah. He was in a town where this is what I have? That's all I have on him? Okay, I don't know. Should I give him the sedative? I don't think I need to give him a sedative. Oh, yes. Okay.
Take this. It will help you.
Yo, Poirot is super irresponsible. I'm only doing it because they're letting me. I don't know if it's actually good to do this. Watch him pass out. Dude, if we drug him up and he gives us a confession, this is not going to be admissible in court.
Look at me. You know very well that you committed these murders?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I know.
He's confessing under drugs, though.
But I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No.
Maybe in 30s or whatever year it is, it doesn't matter. You received new thumbnails. I don't know what the heck they're talking about. Alright. I'm stop giving him drugs. What thumbnails? Talk to Jap? That's it? That's the confession? He does not deny having committed these crimes, but he has no memory of doing so. Really? Like, 0 memory? It's so... Like, how do you not have memory of carrying a phone book? That's not light. I want to see if I can still talk to him.
Let us leave Cust alone. He's at the end of his tether.
That was anticlimactic for me.
And what conclusions have you drawn?
Plenty. It might help us to understand him a little better.
He needs to talk to a psychiatrist.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is Cuss innocent? He's not. What do we know about Cuss's health? It's bad. He suffers from hematis. Yeah, he does. He says, I didn't write the letters. He had blood on him. He has a problem with his throat. You would expect him to get blah, blah, blah. He suffers from absences. That's right. Circle, blah, blah, blah. He did not, blah, blah, blah. He did not appear to recognize Poirot, but why would he recognize me? He had no reason to kill them. Yeah. Cuss is mentally and physically weak. Not really the profile of our killer. Wait, are you kidding me? Are you trying to tell me that somebody is framing this guy? No, I'm not even gonna go down that route. There's no way. We seen... Wait, why would they show us this random man, now that I think about it? Ah, man. Because he only picked up the newspaper after the third killing. Oh, God. Are there any clues that do not support Cuss' guilt in the Churston murders? That do not support him being guilty? He says he didn't write it. He had blood on him. You would expect a murder to keep... Yes, exactly. This is the main clue that it could not be him. Dude, it's not him. What? But Cuss' collection starts in Churston. Right. Which I thought was odd. Yeah, Sir Chronicle was attacked from behind. That's the thing. I guess he doesn't fit the profile because he's kind of like awkward. Not awkward. Like, he's kind of like frail. And this like... And he don't seem like a mastermind. He did not appear to recognize Poirot. He had no reason to kill them. Did he have no reason to kill them? Insanity, right? No? Okay, Miss Burry saw Christian, He did not appear to... Oh, I thought that would be it. Okay, no. He had blood on him? Did not support his guilt. I mean... Do not... Wait, am I reading this sentence right? I'm overthinking this. Are there any clues that do not support Cuss' guilt? They don't support that he's guilty. That, it does not support that he's guilty. I feel like... Okay, that can't be one of them then. Well, this can't be one of them? Yo, I don't... they got the wrong guy on the job right now. Both of these are dumb. This? Okay, this is so, I feel like there's multiple answers to this. Oh, I didn't even get to read it. It was like saying something like, oh, you should expect the blood stains to be all over him or whatever, not just whatever. Are there any clues that do not support Cuss' guilt? Okay, this one. And he doesn't recognize Poirot. There are several details which show that Cuss is not guilty. Okay, so I was right the first time. I don't know why they didn't just give me that, even if it wasn't in the right order. Can we say without a shadow of doubt that Cuss is guilty? Can we say without a shadow of a doubt that Cuss is guilty? What? I hate how they phrase these sentences. It makes me feel stupid. Can we say without a shadow of a doubt that Cuss is guilty? No. Not anymore. He's not guilty. This is... Where's my water? This pisses me off.
I don't see any clearer than before. This is worse.
There is one point to highlight. C'est curieux. Cuss admits that he killed, but he does not know why. What did Dr. Thompson say? Even if Cuss killed while in an altered state, it still must have been his deepest desire. He must have had a motive.
I think maybe he killed the doctor.
Let's keep it simple. Never mind his motive.
Maybe he only killed one of them, and that's why he took the newspaper
but you
out
see,
at the doctor.
He can confess to anything and everything.
Because maybe the doctor
He denied the murders and then
him.
confessed to them. He confirmed that he never typed the letters. Then, with great ease, I managed to get him say quite the opposite.
Come on, he behaved like a guilty man. He lied to his landlady.
Because deep down he believes himself guilty. From the papers, he noticed that he had always been at the scene of the crimes. He must think that he killed and then simply forgot what he had done.
How can you be so sure?
Let us look at his psychological profile. You will understand my point of view.
Okay.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
I think I can do this. Psychological profile. Observation by Hercule Poirot. Indeed, let us look again at this murder, if you please. You will see that the murderer carried it out to perfection. He's clever. Okay? Is Cust clever? I mean, he doesn't clean up his own shirts when he coughs up blood on them, right? Like, I don't know. Oh, it wasn't for pleasure. He was always well on trains, but he had to sell his stockings around England. I have to respect my engagements, he used to say. I don't feel like that's a clever thing. Cust is, parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there's nothing left. It's clear he didn't grow up in luxury. I don't know what to do with clever. The army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. Yeah, he's not clever. Mediocre. Damn, we don't gotta call him mediocre. Now I'm feeling bad for this guy. I thought he was the killer. That's why you shouldn't judge people. I mean, okay, let's be fair. We weren't judging him. We were judging literally all the evidence. So I pointed to him. But anyways, declaration by Captain Hastings. Killed when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold. Right. Self-confident. He's definitely not self-confident, dude. Let's see. He was very hesitant and shy. Usually door-to-door salesmen are very confident, but he wasn't. Easy to influence. I wouldn't say he's easy to influence. It's just that he's shy. Oh, I guess, well, he is easy to influence since we just got him to confess the murder. Is Cust a seducer? That's the thing! This is what threw me off the very first time. You see? Because they were like, oh, did he seduce blah? I was like, this guy did not seem like the seductor type. He wasn't putting out any vibe like that. The man seduced Betty, but were taken to the beach where he strangled her. Cust doesn't look like he makes eye contact with people. Look how tiny this font is! I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about, but even then he wasn't frightening, and he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. Yeah. That's what, oh wait, it's not that? He's harmless? Medium-sized, glasses, dark suit, and a felt hat. Not the sort of man you'd notice. Completely harmless. That's why I forgot all about him. Oh, I mean, both of these things basically said the same thing. That he looks harmless. Does Cust like trains? I passed your timetable. Maybe the murderer likes trains. Okay. No, he doesn't like the train. He does not like trains. I can't believe we got the wrong guy right now. Is Cust impulsive? The killer is methodical and prepares his crime meticulously. He never forgets to leave his intriguing signature behind. He doesn't outright go and buy pencils. Okay, no. I guess it's this. Oh, this is the only thing they have in common is that they're both cold. What does this have to do with impulsive? Observation by Hercule. Without the ABC, we might have suspected Mr. Asher and Mr. Fraser, but by signing his crimes, the murderer is making sure that he is accused. In a way, it is very generous of him. Generous. He had no money? Wow. Oh, this game was spoiled for me. I know who the killer is. I remember seeing it somewhere. I know who the killer is.
You see? Cust's character is quite the opposite of the
and
murderer's.
I forgot until just now.
But if he's a madman, can we really talk about his character?
You know very well that our murderer does not behave like a psychopath. Apart from the signature, there is no ritual or repetition in the choice of victims.
Very well. You're right, as always. So, we have no confession, no culprit, no suspects,
we have
nothing.
no motive.
And all that after 2 months of inquiry? What should I do?
We suck.
Have faith. Just give me 24 hours.
But what's the motive? I know who it is, but I don't know what the motive is. Go home? Where do I live at? Is that my house? Where do I even live at, though? I guess I live behind these big fancy gates. Let me check this out, though. Go home. Wow. I feel, like, naked. I feel cheated. It's not a good time to go home? Oh, okay. That's Scotland Yard. My bad. I don't recognize my own place.
To Whitehaven, please.
I just feel like stripped of everything that we have been doing for the last 10 hours. ABC affair, the latest victim in a narrow escape. Oh, that must be Don
Cust's
Bar.
arrest is a great success for you,
Whatever.
Poirot. It's all clear now. except maybe one or two details.
Details. Ah, mon ami. The devil is in the detail, as we say.
Excuse me?
Patience, Hastings. Everything will be clear once our guests arrive. Best be prepared. Slip a revolver into your pocket before they do.
Oh, snap.
A revolver? But Poirot, what are you afraid of?
I'm about to...
Trust me. It is important you carry a weapon for this meeting. I will lend you mine.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait one moment, I will bring you my weapon.
It's about to get serious. Where does Poirot keep his gat? Where does he keep the stick? Bring the revolver? I have no idea where I keep my own weapon. Alright, hang 10, fam. Where do I keep that thing? Wait, let me check these papers out. They gonna tell me how much I suck? That's all these newspapers do.
Daily Flicker, September 11th, 1935. ABC affair. The latest victim in a narrow escape. The ABC murderer arrested in Doncaster in tragic circumstances. His name is A.B. Cost. He's struck in Andover, strangled in Bexhill, stabbed in Churston, and in Doncaster, he attempted to kill without any weapon other than the terror he inspires. His latest victim would have been Dick D. Dunbar. Mr. Dunbar, a hotel owner, collapsed when he found out suddenly that the killer was staying at his establishment. The police surrounded the hotel and arrested the murderer. Thanks to the quick intervention of the ambulance team, Mr. Dunbar is currently in hospital recovering
I feel
from
like
a
the
cardiac
paper
arrest.
has way too much information. They don't need to know all of this.
The Lancet, September 11th, 1935. General Medical Journal. The alphabet murderer is not psychotic, according to Professor Thompson. In an early issue, we claimed that the alphabet murderer was not psychotic. Our assertion has just been confirmed by Professor Thompson, a Scotland Yard expert, who has spoken to the prisoner at great length. Not all obsessional killers are psychotic, he explained. It is true that Cost has a disturbed personality and memory disorders. But his amnesia, whether real or pretended, does not alter the fact that he was perfectly lucid at the time of his acts. Therefore, he will not escape
Wow,
punishment.
so he's still being charged. He's still being charged for those crimes. Okay. We gotta free an innocent man. Where do you keep your gun? We don't need to turn the fan on.
Ah, some cool air.
Fantastic. Where do you keep your...
It is not the right...
Where do you keep your gun? Where do you keep it? I see you keep cookies. Oh, yeah. That's gotta be where he keeps it at.
The white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets.
We probably should get blanks.
The revolver is loaded with real bullets. I still have time to choose blanks.
It's not like they told me which one's which.
The revolver is loaded with blanks. I still have time to choose real bullets.
Yo, we could use real bullets? No. Let's not kill them. They should pay for their crimes in a long-term kind of... I don't know, actually, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, because this guy's a serial killer, and he's going through the whole alphabet. That's a lot of people that he was gonna, put out of their life. I need to get all the points I can get at this point. I need to get at least a C. Alright, here, stay strapped. What are you doing? Why?
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait one moment, I will bring you my weapon.
Oh, I thought he was just gonna hand it to him. I have to do that too. Okay, I bought you a weapon with blanks. So I should tell him they're blanks. Responsible gun owner and all that.
Voila, I entrust you with my weapon. It has hardly been used, it is almost new.
Oh, I hope we don't need real bullets. Oh, I got the Gandhi mustache. Why? Because I chose non-violence. F Gandhi. Anyways, answer the telephone.
Chief Inspector, is that you?
Yes. Sorry, but we haven't found anything.
Have you checked the typewriter?
And the packaging, the letter, and the ribbon reel. We've only found prints left by Cust and his landlady.
Well, the other guy obviously
Well,
wearing
never
gloves.
mind, I shall make do.
We gotta get this confession.
So, are you still going to hold your meeting?
I like Jap's
Of
voice.
course, Chief Inspector. I can hear my guest coming up the stairs.
Bruh, I'm nervous. How
Why have you brought us here,
All of
Mr.
them?
Poirot?
Since Cust's arrest, I thought it was all done and dusted.
Oh, he looks healthier.
Miss Gray formally identified him, as well as Miss Barnard.
Yes, and the stockings he saw drove the same brand as the ones found at my aunt's.
This is all true. However, a case is not closed if some questions remain open. And one question is, why did the murderer send me his letters? Why did he challenge me, Hercule Poirot?
Perhaps he wanted to play with you, to taunt you.
Yeah, someone who likes playing
Xenophobia?
puzzles.
Maybe he didn't like you because you're foreign.
Poirot's foreign?
I may
What,
be
'cause he's
wrong,
French?
but maybe by provoking you, he was looking for glory.
All these theories should be studied. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
How can Cust's presence... Oh, never mind. Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? Because he drinks too much? I don't know. It used to say, piece of envelope with the wrong address. Why did he make a mistake in the wrong address? The letter's late arrival saved the murderer. Poirot's address is not very well known. The murderer challenged Poirot because he has an inferiority complex. The murderer challenged Poirot for glory. That's not the question. Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? Maybe he was trying to challenge me though. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. It got to me late. The error in the address caused the letter to be delivered late. Did he want that? The murderer challenged Poirot out of xenophobia. The murderer always warned Poirot about his crimes. But why was it not the right one? Although the letter's late arrival saved the murderer. I read this one. Yeah. The mistake is intentional. Yeah, he must have had to get away fast or something. Why did the killer send his letters to Hercule Poirot? Imagine this was timed. I'd be screwed. Why did he... Because he wanted to challenge him. Guess not. Oh, God. Why did it... Was it... Does he... Maybe he didn't mean to send it to me? What? What? Wait, why did the killer send his letters to Hercule? It's not these reasons? For xenophobia? Because I'm French? Yo. He wrote to Poirot because his address is not very well known. What? That doesn't make any sense.
Is everything clear now?
You might like to explain your reasoning again.
Of course.
Please.
First of all, remember that the murderer made it a rule to always post his letter before the murder. He never digressed from that rule. However, in Churston, he encountered a problem. The village has only 500 inhabitants. With advance warning, it would be easy to arrest him. Therefore, the murderer delayed his letters deliberately with the wrong address. The plan wouldn't have worked if he'd sent it to Scotland Yard or the papers because everybody knows their addresses. The mistake would have been corrected and the letter would have been on time. That is why the murderer chose me as the recipient.
But only one was late, though. I thought there was like 3
Because for
letters.
his plan to succeed, it was necessary for at least one of the letters to have a wrong address and get lost. It was very cunning.
I still don't understand this. I feel so dumb.
Absolument. It is a very subtle plan. It matches the profile we have drawn up of him perfectly. That of an intelligent, daring and calculating murderer.
But why?
But that's not how you describe
I
Cust.
don't care who he is. I just want to know
You
why.
are quite right, mademoiselle. Like you, I find it hard to believe that this dull character is the clever murderer we are looking for.
Just not call him dull, dang.
Do madman... I mean, if he's mad, he might have 2 very different sides.
No doubt. But the murderer is not mad. All the specialists agree that he does not have the profile of the psychopath.
But if Cust is not guilty, how do you explain his presence at the scene of the crimes?
Mr. Clark, the answer to your question is in the medical records of your brother's patients. Documents which Cust most certainly did not have access to. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Yo, the only person who hasn't said anything is Franklin. He's just sitting here saying nothing. What do we know about Cust? Why are we still talking about him? He's easily influenced. We know that. Cust tries to overcome his travel sickness by traveling often by train. I don't think he does that on purpose. I think he has no choice. Cust buys new paper. No, he does not. Allison Asher and Betty Bernard are in. That's not nothing to do with him. Cust was a door-to-door salesman. It is a coincidence that he went to the victims' towns. Yeah, but how would the actual murderer know this? And know that he was there? Like, that's not adding up for me. Cust went to Bexel because he wanted to swim. Well, I don't know if we know that. I mean, he did ask for his bathing suit to be prepared, but that's not something about him. Cust was in the war. Yeah. Okay. Cust was wounded during the war. Cust is mentally fragile and easy to manipulate. I mean, yeah, but the other one also applies. How to explain Cust's presence at the crime scenes? He is a traveling salesman, and he wanted to go swimming. No. And he has to travel by train. No. How to explain Cust's presence at the crime scene? He wanted to see the crime scenes? He only has one newspaper. He went to Bexel because he wanted to swim. He was in the war. The murderer found a way to access Dr. Clark's records and tried to burn them in order to hide his tracks. Okay, but how is this not the answer? I don't believe that it's anything else. He did not want to see the crime scenes. That is not true. Oh, how to explain Cust's presence at the crime scenes? At the crime scenes? What does this have to... How is this it? Cust was manipulated. The killer made him go to the towns so as to hide his tracks. He did not kill. Who was ever supposed to get that right?
Dr. Clark's patients' records provided a very useful list of potential victims.
How are we supposed to know he was manipulated?
Order. The killer definitely used it, explaining the fact that all the victims were former patients of the doctor. It is this fact that clears Cust once and for all, because he never had access to these records.
Also, the killer was looking at the records and saw Cust's name.
So how did he happen to be at the scene of the crimes?
Chose him?
Either the murderer sent him there, or Cust was following him closely. Cust's highly suggestible nature leads us to the second hypothesis. The murderer was manipulating him. He systematically sent Cust to the towns where he was going to strike, so that the suspicion would land on the poor man's shoulder.
That's evil. What sort of killer could have such a plan? And what would he gain from 3 completely different murders?
Wait,
Indeed, it seems unlikely that the same murderer committed all the crimes. What should we take from that?
Wait. So wait. Okay, so what I'm thinking is the actual murderer found Cust through the doctor's records, and then, like, maybe fake hired Cust to sell the stockings, and he's like, hey, you have to sell the stockings in this town today. That's the only thing that makes any sense at all. But now you're telling me that there might be another murderer? Wait, say that just one murder is of interest to the killer. Say that the murderer kills for pleasure. Okay, I already know who the killer is. Okay, I'm just gonna say it because it seems pretty obvious that Franklin, okay, he's not even saying anything at all during this entire thing. Alright? But also, like, he obviously killed his brother so that he can inherit the estate and, steal 4 from him. You know what I'm saying? And he had to kill those other 2 people to, like, make it look like a copycat or whatever. I don't know. Kind of stupid. Okay, say that just one murder is of interest to the killer. Say that the murderer is killed. No. Say the killer has... Say that there are 3... No, because he stops after his brother. I mean, he was gonna kill the Donberry guy, maybe. Donberry is not his name. Say that there are 3 murderers. No.
Just one murder was of benefit to the murderer. The others were just diversions.
I don't feel like I earned this.
On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest and twice to divert our attention. This reasoning points at 2 potential culprits.
Franklin Clark
Donald Fraser?
Yes, mademoiselle. That's good thinking. Mr. Fraser may have killed Betty
Oh, that's
out of
right. It
jealousy.
could still be Donald Fraser.
Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his large fortune. Both have a motive.
Franklin has said nothing this whole
But
time.
Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
Only Franklin did.
Please allow me to disagree with you, mademoiselle.
Oh, did he? Indicate that Donald was treated by Donald Clark? I cannot talk, man. Okay, indicate that Donald was resting at Churston. Indicate that Donald's firm works for Clark. I don't remember talking to him about any of these things. Resting at Churston? Wow, what sounds the most familiar? His firm probably works for them.
He works for Court and Brunskill, one of whose clients was Sir Carmichael.
It doesn't prove that I went to Comeside.
Hey.
You could have done it. And you may have used the opportunity to take a look at Sir Carmichael's
He
record.
didn't do it. He was disheveled.
You think I'm guilty?
No.
You or Mr. Franklin Clark.
It's obviously, and I only.
That's
It was
ridiculous.
spoiled for me.
Both of you have a motive. The question is, which of you has the profile that most resembles the murderer? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
It was spoiled in like a very casual way because I was Googling something. And it popped up kinda. I didn't know 100%, but based on everything we have now, it seems like it has to be him. So I could technically still be wrong, but I think it is him because he, like in this, I'm saying, if I'm just watching the game, he seems the most sus right now. Okay, indeed. Is Donald clever? Indeed. Let us look again at the murder, if you please. You will see that the murderer carried out. Yeah. He's an alcoholic, okay? Megan really liked Donald, not because he was clever, though. He would have made Betty a good husband. Yeah, doesn't mean he's clever. Mr. Poirot, since Betty's death, I have doubts about myself. He's okay. No. He's a bright man with a promising career ahead of him. She's biased. Why is this all from her? It was an awful scene, she told him that. Until they were married, she was free to go with whoever she pleased. Donald turned quite pale and started shaking. Yeah. Well, women seem to like him. God. I'll sleep on the train. I slept. How does this not really like... Sure, he's clever. He was a bright man with a promising career ahead of him. Sure. Killed when the street was packed with people. No, he's like all like sad now and like angry. Easy to influence. Yeah, he literally rebounded, dude. I hate his story the most, I think. Is Donald a seducer? They say women like him. I don't think that means he's a seducer. Some guys can just attract people, like the loner types. Does Donald like trains? A passenger timetable. Maybe the murderer likes trains. He likes to sleep on trains, yeah. We get 2 out of 3 for Donald. 2 out of 3. We already know Franklin's a seducer. Is Donald impulsive? He's internal. He like suppresses his rage. He says he's quick-tempered. I feel like if you, God, we disagree on so much in this game right now. Is Donald generous? I mean, I guess so. What is that? 3 out of 4? 3 out of 4 there?
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper. It is hard to imagine him planning anything. Also, jealousy is his motive, and crimes of passion are rarely planned.
Right, I suppose it's my turn to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Absolument, Mr. Clark. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Alright. Is Franklin clever? Schoolboy Franklin. He was a good student but lacked discipline. I guess. Clever means something different than what they're saying it means for me. Is Franklin sure of himself? Oh yeah, he's Mr. Adventurer man. He's take Franklin. He's fallen for a sweet talking to her. Oh god, why these tiny fonts? Dear Franklin, first I wish you a good start to a successful new year. Self-confident. I'm a married man, and Miss Gray has already been courted by Franklin Clark. No, I guess not. The railway children. Oh, that's right, the little books. I don't remember what they said though. It's normal that people helping with this choir should be reimbursed. Oh, that means he's generous. Okay, wait. Is he self-confident? I should have just read that. Is Franklin a seducer? He seduced, what's her face? God, I don't like, these people belong together. Does Franklin like trains? I want to say he likes them. I've received your letter, blah, thanks for defending my interests against Wang. This robber thinks that I've got pretty bad. If you weren't a real cool-blooded guy. Alright. What, does he like trains? Oh, the railway. Hey, I like trains too. Is Franklin impulsive? No, he's a cool-blooded guy. Is he generous? Yeah, he offered to pay for the lady's tickets. It's Franklin! Get your handcuffs out, everybody!
As you have all seen, there is a disturbing similarity between Mr. Clark's profile and that of the killer. In actual fact, it is exactly the same.
Mr. Poirot, your psychological studies are interesting, but your conclusions do not add up. Why would I have wished my brother's death? The inheritance is lawfully mine. I just have to wait.
No, you had to act quickly.
He's probably in debt or something. Say that Thora Gray bothered him. Say that Franklin was impatient. I think it was Thora. I'm gonna blame her anyways, even if it's not.
Because of Miss Gray.
Yes!
Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death.
Can we arrest her for something?
For you, Mr. Clark, it was a disaster. If Miss Gray had children by your brother, you would not have inherited a thing. You realized the danger after reading several letters from Comside, especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action.
This is disgusting.
In truth, Cust was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit. You, Mr. Clark.
Such an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Cust. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Oh, no. You know perfectly well. That is not true. Eh bien, voilà. Light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
Yeah, we need evidence.
One point to him. For the moment, I have no material proof. Either I admit to it, or I bluff.
Oh god, what did Poirot do? Invent an item of proof found in Alice Asher's tobacco shop. Lie about the fingerprints found on Cust's typewriter. Say that proof is going to be easy to find. I don't feel like Poirot is the lying type. He kind of invent an item of proof found in Alice Asher's tobacco shop. God, wait, lie about the fingerprints found on Cust's typewriter. God, should I lie? What would I do if I was Poirot? I don't want to give. He's self-confident, and if I say proof's gonna be easy to find, he's gonna like probably have time to get rid of stuff. Invent an item of proof found. Maybe because this is his first crime, this will be the one that he messed up on.
One thing proves it. A carton of placed cigarettes you stole from Mrs. Asher and found at your home.
Oh, I did find cigarettes, I think.
You have nothing on me.
No, never mind.
You're
Dang.
bluffing, Mr. Poirot.
Dang it!
Come on, Thora. There's nothing for us to do here.
Stop him!
Don't touch me.
Oh, oh no, yeah.
Thora.
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter, and why you were searching through your brother's things. And the hole you dug on the moors. What did you hide there? The knife you used to kill your brother?
All right. Well played. I lose. The game's up.
He's just gonna give up just like that. Why would anyone believe? Oh well, she knows where the hole is and stuff. Oh, hit what?
Don't come near me!
Oh, thank God, I put blanks in there.
I'll never let you take me, Mr. Poirot.
Yo, that's gonna give him a headache though, a concussion, dude. Actually, I think you can still die. A blank that close to your head? Blanks they still hurt. Yo, he should have a bruise.
I'm sorry, Mr. Clark. There is no easy death for you.
I thought he was gonna kill.
I expected your reaction, so I used blanks. I'm sorry, mademoiselle, but your second chance has been lost. Franklin Clark will never inherit his brother's fortune.
Who will then? Museum? His wife? Because she's gonna die soon, so who's gonna inherit that money? Wow. Well, Thora gave us the evidence, because, I mean, we still had none. Man!
Disappointed at having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Grey left England.
To go to France? Paris? I like that we
Donald
get to know about
Fraser
them.
and Megan Barnard married.
Sad and gross, I hate it. But, you know, whatever.
On Poirot's recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark.
Very nice.
The elderly lady's condition suddenly took a turn for the
very
better.
Nice. Okay, best
And a
news
few
so
months
far.
later, to Dr. Logan's great surprise, she was back on her feet again. According to this eminent physician, it appears to be an extremely rare case of spontaneous remission.
Oh, she was probably depressed. Her
Lady
husband was
Clark has
cheating on her.
enjoyed very good health ever
You'd be
since.
surprised what stress will do to your body. Good for her, man. May he rot.
Journal of an Innocent. The incredible story of ABC. As for A.B. Cust, after being advised by Poirot, he made a great deal of money by selling his story to the
good
press.
for him, I guess.
And as for me, and with business booming, the Black Swan has become the #1 tourist attraction in the whole of Yorkshire, even more popular than York Minster.
Okay, I'm surprised. What about the other ladies? Like, the lady who he was living with, her place should be popular too now, because, you know, like, it was the scene of a crime, kind of, like that. Like that boarding house place. Wow, based on the novel, The ABC Murders by Agatha Christie. The end. Well, I'm going to tell you what I thought about this game as the credits roll. It was great. It was fun. I want to see my score. I think we might have got it a little higher, but probably still a very low grade. I thought the puzzles were good and challenging. Some of them I had to cheat on, as you very well know. But some of them were too easy. But it was good pace. I liked the sound of the feet walking, the shoe taps. I'm a big fan of that sound. I liked the characters. They're all interesting and unique. And I liked the twist. Even though I forgot about the twist, if I had not spoiled it for myself, then I would have been like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. I probably would have had the same reaction. I'd probably rate this game, like, playability, like, 8 out of 10. That sounds high, but, like, it's a chill game, you know? I can't say anything super bad about it. The main theme was nice to listen to over and over again. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. Score went up quite a bit. Let's see what I got now. Pull out the calendar. Pull out the calculator. I got a C. I got a high C too. It was like 77%. Hey, go me. That's me. I'm going to college. Wow, C's good degrees indeed. I beat this game. Let me check my bonuses. Oh wow, so you can see the timeline. Oh wait, this is kind of cool.
When Franklin understands that his brother's inheritance is going to be stolen from under his nose, he decides to get rid of him. In order not to be considered as a suspect, he has the idea of including the murder as part of a series that the police will put down to a madman. Franklin uses Sir Carmichael's medical records to choose his victims as well as the ideal suspect.
I like this. It's like a little mini movie.
Bonaparte Cust,
And it
who
explains
was
stuff.
seriously wounded in the war and suffers from bouts of amnesia. Franklin writes the letters he will send me before each murder on his own typewriter in advance. He contacts Cust by letter and offers him a job. Cust is convinced that he is working for a hosiery company. In reality, it is Franklin that sends him his instructions.
Yeah, that's
his
what I
goods,
said.
And even his typewriter. When we receive the first letter, Hastings thinks that it is a joke. As for me, filled with foreboding, I prefer to inform Chief Inspector Japp. Following his written instructions, Cust goes to Andover. He visits Mrs. Asher's tobacco shop and sells her a pair of stockings. After Cust's visit, Franklin, in turn, enters the tobacco shop. Mrs. Asher is not suspicious of the murderer, whom she takes to be an ordinary customer. The old lady turns around to take a packet of cigarettes. She is beaten to death.
How many times
We
did he hit her?
investigate the first murder with Hastings. No
Also, he
suspect
killed everybody
has
in a
motive.
different way,
A
too.
few weeks later, we receive a second letter signed ABC. Chief Inspector Japp is informed. The victim's name should start with the letter B. Alexander Bonaparte Cust goes to Bexhill. He sells Mrs. Barnard a pair of stockings. Betty Barnard leaves her work. She's dressed to go out. The young woman is strangled on the beach.
Oh yeah, I could see Franklin seducing her.
Betty was killed by the man who had arranged to meet her that evening, the seducer Franklin Clark. In Bexhill, Donald Fraser appears to be the perfect suspect for Betty's murder, but he has no connection with Mrs. Asher. 5 days after the Bexhill murder, Cust goes to Churton for his work. In the afternoon, Soagret turns
Also,
away a stocking seller.
He's killing people pretty fast.
After dinner,
Like,
Sir Carmichael
serial killers
Clark
usually have a cooling
takes
off
his
period.
usual walk. His brother waits for him, hidden behind a bush. The murderer leaps out from his hiding place and cuts Sir Clark's throat. The
Man,
third
he killed his
letter
own
arrived
brother.
late. Franklin deliberately wrote a wrong address. In Churton, Thorogray and Franklin Clark are the main suspects. Back in London, Cust is seized by violent coughing fit and brings up blood. He stains his shirt, which later frightens his landlady. We receive the final letter from ABC.
The thing is,
The next murder will be in
Usually if
Doncaster.
you're coughing
The
up
second
blood,
general meeting in
it's
London
like bright
highlights
blood. It's
the
not
common
like, oh, I
points
just
between the victims,
murdered someone blood.
stockings, and a throat condition.
like deep
Custer's
red.
landlady telephones the Scotland Yard to tell them about her suspicions. Cust is arrested shortly afterwards in Doncaster. Franklin had planned a fourth murder in Doncaster. He abandons the idea after Custer's arrest. Cust confesses to the crimes he did not commit. He's an easy culprit. Too easy. Franklin Clark is unmasked. He is the true culprit and the man who manipulated
Man,
Cust.
what
And
a-
there we have it. Another case solved by Hercule Poirot.
pretty cool. I love the summation. Let's see, did we get all the trophies? Did we get all the mustaches? Oh, I didn't get Eagle's Eye. I got Falcon's Eye, though. Finishing half the observations. Oh, I didn't finish all the observations? Oh, I didn't look at the humans? Oh, man. Celsium 133 crystal. What is that? You believe that symmetry is the source of all beauty and that order generates virtue. What a pleasure it is to sort through things and tidy up. Oh, okay. Medium donkey. Oh, look at I didn't make that many mistakes, though. Even Poirot sometimes makes mistakes. I could have made bigger mistakes. I wonder what purring tomcat and cleaning tomcat were, though. Incense burner. You're being stoned by the press. Yeah, they hated me. Incense burner. I wonder what that is. Okay, all the mustaches. I didn't get the sheriff of the Dolly mustache. Just saw your comment. Just coughing up blood. Nothing to see here, guys. Didn't commit a murder or anything like that. I mean, that's cool. I feel like I definitely got most of the trophies. Wow, I got a C though. All right.